What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And if you do enjoy the video, do me a huge favor by leaving a like. It really helps out the video as well as the channel. And yeah, man, as y'all can see right here sitting on the table, we do have the most annoying and biggest crybaby of all time. That, of course, being the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Gohan. Now, what's crazy is I never really planned to end up picking this specific figure up. I did, however, want to pick up that demonical fit father and son 2-pack because I honestly just wanted the Super Saiyan 2 form of Gohan. That's just purely off the fact that I really just don't like the character. The only time I really liked the character is when he did go Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. Because besides the fat version of Majin Buu, Gohan gotta be the most annoying Dragon Ball character I've ever seen, bro.
I haven't did shit all day, bro, and you love you no matter what, bro. I don't... Bro, please, bro. Why are you doing...
Dude just be way too scared, cry way too much for me. But like I said, I was planning on getting that 2-pack, but I started seeing a bunch of the reviews on the 2-pack popping up on YouTube. And honestly, I really want to like how that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan looked. To me, it looks super cheap. The plastic on it looks super cheap. The face, it looked really bad. And yeah, man, I just wasn't about to waste no money on something that I felt like just wasn't worth it. So I definitely did go with the official route. Ended up pulling the plug and buying this. Now, unfortunately, it is the Super Saiyan 1 form. However, there is a bunch of third-party Super Saiyan 2 head sculpts I could actually buy for this thing. So I'm not really tripping. And yeah, man, I just wanted to let y'all know why I decided to pick this thing up. With that being said, let's get into it. Coming into the outside of the box, we do get on the left side the name of the figure as well as SH Figuarts at the top. On the right side, we do get a picture of the figure itself as well. Coming in at the bottom of the box, we do of course get the company logos. As far as this side of the box, we do get the name of the figure up and down the box as well as SH Figuarts, and then again the name at the bottom. As far as the side, we do again get some product images of the figure itself. Coming into the back of the box, we do again get a bunch of pictures of the figure itself as well as we do get some warnings at the bottom. And that's pretty much gonna be it outside this lame ass box. So with that being said, let's get into the figure itself. All right, man, jumping straight into the accessories. Now I ain't really gonna be saying too much about the accessories because we don't really get too much with the figure. We just get an extra head as well as the cape, and that's really about it as far as extra stuff. Now jumping straight into it, the first thing we do have is the extra head sculpt, and as y'all can see now off rip, they did a really good job with this yellow face. I feel like they definitely captured the exact look of Gohan from the anime. And just so y'all know, this is the extra head sculpt, and the faceplate can actually pop off and pop into the other head sculpt as well. But nonetheless, man, like I said, I really do like this yellow face. I feel like they did really good with the 3D printing, but nonetheless, you do have an extra head sculpt with the figure. Now the biggest accessory we do end up getting is nonetheless Gohan's cape. Now this is actually cloth and it is actually articulated as well, which will definitely make posing something like the Gohan way liver than posing something like the Proud Namekian Piccolo with that hard plastic cape. Now I am glad Tamashi did finally go with a cloth cape instead of the hard plastic cape, but nonetheless you do get the cape with Gohan. You do of course get 3 extra face sculpts. Now all these face sculpts look really good. Like I said, they definitely did good with capturing the look of Gohan from the anime. Start with the left side, we do have Gohan's face when he did transform into a Super Saiyan 2. In the middle, we do have a T-grin face, and on the right side, we do have more of a resting face. Like I said, man, I really don't have too much to say about these. I feel like the 3D print is definitely on point, and I feel like they also definitely captured the look of Gohan from the anime. And the last bit of accessories we do actually have is a bunch of Ki Blast hands. Now, I'm not really gonna do too much talking because they're all just a bunch of Ki Blast hands, so there's really nothing special going on there. So with that being said, let's get into the figure itself. And here he is with the crybaby himself. Now, I ain't even finna lie. I really do like how this figure looks. I feel like they definitely did good with the scope. Really like how the overall figure looks with that new 3.0 body on it. Especially with it being at that smaller size. I definitely feel like Tamashi hit the mark with this one. Bring it in for a closer look. Like I said, I definitely feel like they hit the mark with this one. It looks to me just like Gohan from the anime. The only thing I'm really not liking is how plain the figure looks to me. I feel like there could have been some type of shading added to this figure. It just looks super plain to me. The only type of shading they really got going on is in the hair itself, which the hair looks really good. I don't have nothing negative to say about that, but the overall figure itself just looks kind of plain to me, man. I ain't even finna lie. For $65, there's no reason this thing should look this basic, especially for it being a Figuarts. This thing is reminding me of them Bandai model kits, bro. That's how plain it looks to me. But you know, it is what it is. The paint detail is decent on the figure. It is executed perfectly. There's no type of run marks or sloppiness or anything like that on it. I just do wish there was a little bit more to add to it because it just overall looks plain to me. But yeah, man, head to toe, definitely a decent looking figure. With that being said, let's get into the articulation. Jumping into the articulation, man, we're gonna go into the head first. As far as the head looking up, we do get about that much going up, which is a really good amount. As him looking down, he can look down about that much, which I would say is a decent amount looking down. He does have a crazy amount of neck pivot in the neck, which I really do like. The arms do go up about that much. Now, the only reason they do only go up that much is because the shoulder pad area of the gi is getting in the way. The arms do, of course, rotate in a 360. He does have bicep swivel as well as a double jointed elbow. Now, the joints are super tight, so make sure if you do pick this thing up, you are careful with it. He does have pivot in the wrist. He does bend over about that much. Pause. He does bend back about that much. Pause again. Swivel at the waist, but mine is super tight. Now when it comes down to the legs, you do want to make sure you push this leg a little bit back like this. You then want to tuck this part of the thigh up under this plastic, then bring it back up, and then you want to kick it out like that. The reason I tell you to do that is if you do not do that and you try to push this against this, as you can see, this plastic will start pushing against this plastic and it will start to damage the leg. So again, when it comes to posing the leg, again, kick this back a little bit so you can tuck this piece up under here, then bring it forward and then kick it out. That way you avoid any type of damage to the thigh itself. Now you do see he can do a full split, so definitely a decent amount of motion there. As far as him kicking up, he can kick up about that much, which is a good amount. As far as kicking back, he don't really kick back at all. Now he does have a tight thigh swivel, as well as he does have double jointed knees. Coming down to the feet, we do of course have our typical ankle pivot, as well as the foot can go down about that much, up about that much, and we do have our typical toe joint. Before I do let y'all know my final thoughts on the figure, I did want to actually do a quick size comparison with Saiyan rates on our Goku, as well as the Proud Namekian Piccolo. As y'all can see, I definitely feel like he scales perfectly fine with the other Figuarts figures in the line. And that'll pretty much wrap up my whole entire review. Now, would I recommend y'all go out and pick this thing up? Honestly, that's just gonna come down to how bad you want a Team Gohan figure in your collection. If you don't need one, then I really don't feel like this figure worth it. For the price this figure going for, I definitely would say it's mid compared to some of the other figures priced at the same price range. I feel like with the lack of accessories this figure comes with, as well as the overall size of it, I feel like there's definitely no reason this figure should be priced at $65, maybe $50 or maybe even $55, but definitely not for no $65. Now, like I said, if you need a Team Gohan figure in your collection, then go ahead, go for it. But if you don't really care about it, then I honestly would just pass on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like. Till then, I'm out. Stay tuned.